Good morning. It is Thursday, December 5th. So this has been a bit of a wild week, information-wise and activity-wise, just around the world, collectively in general. There's just been so much going on, so many reactions happening, so much information coming out, a lot of very intense situations arising. And today we have the Mercury Cazimi, which is Mercury retrograde going into an exact conjunction with the Sun. And what that does is it brings a lot of clarity of the things that have been confusing or hidden. So that is essentially the Sun shining a great big giant spotlight on the Mercury retrograde, which is information from the past that we don't have clarity on. So it's not exact until around 7:17 p.m. Mountain Time today, but it starts getting within the range of being visible again around 5 p.m. So you may still spend the day like confused and not really sure what's going on. There could still be a lot of information coming out, but you're not going to actually get that clarity until later this evening. So just kind of keep that in mind as you go through the day. The moon is in Aquarius. That is putting our conscious mind, subconscious mind in alignment with Uranus retrograde in Taurus, which is giving us a lot of aha moments. It is shaking up our sense of stability. It's should be having us second guessing our values. It should really be showing us where maybe we've just gotten comfortable in a place that we shouldn't be getting comfortable. The only aspect the moon makes today is an opposition to Mars, which it just passed right before recording this. So that's a lot of tension. That's some tension with people acting out of ego. The moon in Aquarius is about thinking outside of the box and trying to make change and trying to move forward, whereas Mars is kind of standing still because it stations retrograde tomorrow night. It's really digging its heels in the sand and getting extra stubborn and egotistical and dramatic right now. So today could be very much of a challenge as far as a ton of uncomfortable information coming out, things becoming clear that maybe you didn't want to deal with, and just a lot of ego battles going on throughout the day. Basically, what is happening right now, we are actually building into some interesting aspects later on in the month and into the beginning of the year that should have you questioning your values, your world beliefs, your world views, your religious beliefs, your just any belief system, really. The information that you've learned throughout your life, like the things that are happening in the planets are indicating really questioning that, taking a step back and asking yourself, is this really right, or is this just where I'm comfortable, right? So as we go through the day, think about that. Make sure that you're slowing down. Despite the fact that everything's moving fast around you, you need to slow down and find your grounding, find your center, and make sure that you're thinking things through. We really want to make sure that we are spending today listening to understand rather than listening to respond. We want to get out of that ego. Mars retrograde is going to force us out of it, so it's best if we just go ahead and start working with it now and make sure that we are listening to understand where other people are coming from, why they think the way they do or believe the way they do. So energy of the day is the Eight of Wands. This is a lot of things coming at you very quickly. This is like a real bombardment of information, activity, just everything that you've been doing might be flying at you. Your manifestations might be flying towards you, but also just information, comfortable or uncomfortable. What we need to focus on is our Two of Pentacles. Make sure that you're finding your middle ground, you're finding your balance, you're staying grounded, you're keeping your feet on the ground. Take the time to move slowly despite everything around us moving so fast, okay? What we're avoiding is the Star. So this is the whole slow down. Don't make snap decisions. Don't make snap judgments. Don't hear something and respond in like a hopeful way without having all of the information. this is one of those things where, yeah, a lot of information is going to come out right now, but then when Mercury stations direct, there's still more to go. It's, despite the fact that we are getting a lot of clarity today, there's still more to the story, okay? So don't get your hopes up without actually like slowing down and getting the whole story first, okay? The bottom of the deck is the Four of Swords. So there is like this, there's a desire to want to chill, to want to relax, to want to give yourself a break. Definitely do that today. Is that the information that's coming out could be overwhelming, and when things get overwhelming, you've got to take a step back and make sure that you're in a good space before moving forward with whatever it is that's coming out for you. Okay, let's pull some clarifiers for our Eight of Wands. Oh, that was a whole handful. We've got an Eight of Pentacles, a Queen of Wands, and Justice. So this could very well be something you've been working on, right? There's something that you've manifested, you've been working on. Maybe other people have been standing in your way. Maybe just things have been difficult in trying to get it going, trying to get it moving forward. But we're seeing that balance now. We're seeing karma maybe being handed out, karmic justice handed out for those that have been trying to stop you. This could be a lot of that clarity that comes out today. It depends on like where it's landing in your chart, but this could be that clarity of, oh, this is the person who was standing in my way. Maybe they were keeping me from getting a promotion. Maybe they were keeping me from getting a job. Maybe they were standing in the way of a relationship. Whatever that is, this is where we're going to get that clarity on what it is that has been holding back your manifestations from going forward despite the work that you've been putting on. And you're definitely, we're seeing that justice come in and that clarity come in on that. Clarifiers on our Two of Pentacles. We have the High Priestess. Definitely make sure you're listening to your intuition. And the Hierophant. These two are a match, actually. High Priestess and Hierophant are, this is a, I don't even know what phrase to use here, but this is, I actually have one deck that calls the Hierophant the High Priest. So, right, so we have the High Priestess and the High Priest. This is like the receptive version and the active version of receiving messages, right? Like you're listening to your guides, you're listening to the universe, God, creator, whatever you call it, and you're receiving those informations and you're actively making those messages something in your life, right? So if there is something that you've really been working on building, you've really been trying to create in your life, and you're getting all of this information coming in, slow down. The Hierophant is also the Taurus card. Slow down, think things through, listen to what you're being told, find your grounded space, and move slow and steady. Don't get reactive. When we're listening to Spirit, God, whatever, our responses should never be reactive. Reactive is an ego response. If we're slowing down and keeping ourselves grounded and balanced and we're listening to whatever it is that we're supposed to be doing, that's a slow, steady movement, and things will unfold as they are supposed to. So do your best to find that middle ground and keep your feet on the ground and just move with the energy instead of reacting to whatever information it is that's coming out, okay? Let's pull some clarifiers for the Star. Maybe. And just a little heads up. This weekend, and I'll do more about it yesterday, but like this, or tomorrow, yesterday. See, Mercury retrograde is getting me. Yeah, I'll do more about it tomorrow. There's this weekend is a lot. Okay, so right now we really need to slow down and find our space before like we're getting hit with all of this stuff. The Star, we are avoiding the Star. Why? Because we have the Two of Wands and the Ace of Wands. Because whatever the decision it is that you're moving forward towards, there's something that's really lighting you up, right? There's something in this information that's coming out that's still not the entire picture, right? So getting overly excited and overly hopeful about something could actually be to your detriment and keep you from being able to make that decision to move forward, right? So we really need to slow down. This also feels a little bit like maybe something shows up in your life that you thought that you wanted, so you get hopeful about that, you kind of jump into that, but it's actually blocking your path forward. It's blocking your blessings, right? It's blocking you from being able to get that thing that really lights you up as well. So keep that in mind as you go through the days too, that make sure that you're slowing down and not reacting. You're actually listening to your guides. Bottom of the deck is the Two of Cups. So there's something about partnerships and relationships and friendships here. There's something about another person's actions that's becoming clear to you. Make sure that you are not being just acting on impulse here, and you're slowing down and actually listening to your guides as you go through the day.